Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. How is everyone? I'm gonna wait for a couple minutes till everybody comes on. It's always weird to sit and talk to nobody. Hi, Michael. Hi, Susie. How are you? Good morning, Anita and Rosemary and three others. I don't know who you are. That's too funny. It says all these others and you can't say hello. Hi, Carol. Hi, Ivana. Good morning, Sherry. How's everybody doing this morning? Hi, Barbara. Antonella. What a pretty name. Oh, thanks. I got my hair cut yesterday. Yep. I had to, get rid of the grays. But it's always good to, I feel like I'm like getting those kind of chores off my list of cleaning myself up. Got to do that because I have an art show this weekend. Hi, Madeline. How are you? Hi, Laura. So I've been feeling itchy lately. It always happens. I think it's part of the creative process. I was busy working, getting all kinds of things done for my art shows, and then, it's nothing yet. So this is part of my itchiness. I always feel, I don't know if that's, thanks, Ellen. If my friend Donna's on here, who did my hair yesterday, she'll love that. And I got shorter too because I'm going to Italy and I went low maintenance hair. But anyway, I always get angsty after a while. Like I came back from a show and I needed to make a lot more art. So I was busy. And then now I can't make anything else because my show's this weekend. I mean, I need to make things, but I feel like a little bit of a pause and I feel like changing things up. I get like that all the time. Hi, Carol Ann. So what I'm doing this morning, I couldn't think of what I wanted to do just to kind of experiment and play because I didn't just want to do the same old. I mean, it is kind of my subject is, but I'm going to try painting on a gray gesso. I got this stuff the other day and it's Liquitex, it's gray gesso. So this morning I gessoed that to work big. Just sometimes when you add something different into your practice and do it differently, whether it sticks or it doesn't stick, it just kind of opens up creativity a little bit. So my goal is to paint, turn this around, this photo that I took from the flowers I got at Roots yesterday, and I want to keep it super, oh good, I'm glad you're here watching from vacation. How fun is that? Just to change things up. It just, sometimes I need that. It's good to do for your creative practice and get yourself out of your comfort zone and stop doing the same things. Like I thought about doing a landscape today. I just felt like I had to do something different. So I'm going to try painting. So I gessoed my board and I do have my grid there. I don't know if you can see it, but my grid's there, but I did it with white chalk over top. Very, very simple. And we'll see what happens. So right now, I'm trying to decide if I want to put my transparent colors down. I think I will do a little bit just because, so I'm working wet into wet. I'm going to put transparent colors down like I usually do. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Yep, I just took that yesterday. I love this kind of dusty purple color too. That'll be a little bit of a challenge for me to mix because I always love those colors that it's purplish, pinkish, greenish, whitish, grayish. Like, I love colors like that it's not really quite anything. And it is everything. So it is fun with colors. It's going to be a challenge, but that's good. Because that's what I'm looking for. I need to shake things up a little bit and challenge myself a little bit. Do you ever feel like that? Do you get that same kind of funky feeling? And then I've got to figure out how to shift things to push myself out of my comfort zone. Sometimes I do it with acrylics. Sometimes I just change the way I do things. I might paint on a colored background. I might, going large will do it sometimes too. Change things up enough. So I'm just going to put I want to keep it chunky and my goal is to keep it more like spontaneous brush strokes and not be too detailed. That's always my goal, but I think I'm going to try and push it a little bit more today if I can. We'll see. Because I didn't know if painting on the gray background would kind of neutralize things too much, but so that the really bright brights won't show through. But I think I can still get that to happen. A little bit of glare on there. So, good morning, everybody. So I was in Alexandria for an event last weekend, and I feel like I did paint while I was there. I did a live painting demo, and that was really fun, but I still feel like I haven't painted in a while. And then I'm going to be going on vacation, so I won't be painting for a while, but that's all right. I'll be refreshed and ready to roll when I get back. Wasn't on a very start. Is the gray background wet or dry? Oh, Jackie, it's dry. I mean, I only painted it this morning, but yeah, it's a dry. I felt like I needed to switch things up a little bit today. So I started with a gray gesso. I used this product that I just got the other day to play around with. It's gray gesso. I just felt itchy to switch things up a bit. And I want big chunks. And I don't want to overthink anything. I want it to be a little bit spontaneous. And if it's messy, that's fine too. So now I am putting my transparent colors underneath there, mostly just because I want it to work into a wet area. I could really just put my, I'm using liquid today. Sometimes I've been switching around between liquid and using my Zest It. But you can just make your panel wet with that too. Because I do like working wet into wet. Oh, I need the yellow. So this might be messy. It could be a big flop. How many brushes are you working with? Right now, just this one brush. A lot of times I do my whole painting with one brush. I always say it's because I'm lazy. I don't want to wash more than one brush. Do you draw a grid? Yes, Susan, I drew a grid, a really light grid on here with chalk, with a white charcoal pencil. It's really light. See where I hear the birds outside. It is starting to feel a little bit like fall here. It was a little chilly yesterday. Good morning, Ellen. How are you? And I do want to keep those pops of color too. Hi, Lauren. How are you? I sent your painting off to you yesterday. Charlie is on his way. That looks a little thick. I don't know. I kind of like it though. I might just leave those little weird bits. So yes, I'm getting ready for my last show of the season. And Carolyn, I think your pigment sticks will play a big role when you use the gray gesso. Yes, I think so. Maybe they'll pop more. Do you think that's what they'll do? Kind of hope so. Always trying to push that pop of color. Let's do a couple little bits here. Speaking of, why don't I play around with those now? All right, I think that's a fun start. So I'm going to clean up here and get my pigment sticks out. Have a little bit of my coffee. Where's everybody watching from? And thanks for joining me today. Chile, that's how you say it, right? Hi, Allie. Anita, did I say hello? And anyone in my Inspiring Art group today at 11, we're going to do a little thing on, I'm going to share with you set up for an outdoor art show and the process, a little bit of it. So, oh, doesn't that, look at that delicious color. Oh my goodness. Isn't that fun? I do want to keep it really, really loose. Boy, that pop of color is just something. Oh, are you with Michael in Pittsburgh? South Africa. Hi, Maria. In South Carolina, but packing for a trip to Maine. Oh, that's fun. What are you going to do in Maine? I am going to Boston at the end of the month. I've never been to Boston. It's crazy all the places I've never been. Hoping to change that in the next few years. All right. Quincy Market is fun. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Quincy Market. Yeah, I know nothing about Boston. I've been to Provincetown on vacation. I love that. But we're not going to have time to... We're going for a wedding, so we won't have time to go anywhere else. I did love Provincetown. I do like this. I have this dark pigment stick, and I'm not even sure what color it is. In my class that we did in with Jackie was with me when we did the class in Connecticut. I wanted more of this stick. I like the color of it, but it's funny. It doesn't really. It more pulls the paint away than goes on top of it. Also, oh, you were also going to Boston for the first time. Oh, fun. Yeah, I hear it's beautiful and very fun. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I do like seeing these on top of that gray. You're right, Carol Ann. That's super delicious. And that feel of that looseness is what I am aiming for this morning. It is a little different than how I often paint, but it is good to switch things up now and then, and that's how you learn and change and grow. Maybe that itches the need for growth. I'm not entirely sure. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Caroline, are you still on vacation or are you home? There's some lights. This is light. I don't know. That's pretty fun, isn't it? You got home last night. Oh, good. It looked like you had an amazing time with your family. How fun is that? Okay. I think that's good. I think that's a nice, spontaneous start, and it looks different for me, which is what my goal is. That comfort zone. So I have a lot of colors to mix. Brushes out of the way and see if I can gently pull this over there. Oh, good. I'm glad it was wonderful. Oops. Now that I've gone back to my creaky phone holder, It's still a little tricky because it's getting old and it doesn't stay. It wobbles around. I almost feel like I have to hold it. I think it'll be okay as long as I don't bump it. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit of my coffee and find my palette knife. I don't know what, oh, here it is. All right, so I'm going to do like this: purples, whites, pinks, yellows, and grays. So I've been playing around. I keep wanting to like this color. This is Ultramarine Violet, Michael Harding, but it has like so very little pigment to it. Like it's really hard to shift the color. Let me see. Like, you see how that hardly changed that color I mixed it into? Like, almost not at all. Although that's an okay color. Let's just tuck that down here. I like it. Old Creaky, yes. I think I need to replace Old Creaky with a new Old Creaky. I need to get out my tried and true that this violet is better. This Windsor Violet has a lot more oomph. More wind in its sails, or whatever they say. All right, and I'm going to put brown in there. I want to have my like shadow areas be warmer. My highlight areas be cooler. So I do want to think about that a little bit. Maybe I'll get out more. I was playing with my radiant colors a little bit too. So I had Radiant Violet out here. But do you think I know where I put that? No, I do not. I have the Radiant Green. My gosh, if you saw all these colors that I have. Oh, well, I'll just use what I have here. Maybe it'll show up. There are, that brighter purple is in here. I want that Radiant Violet. Let me look for it. Oops, knocking things over as usual. Where on earth did I put that? Portland Warm Gray, I don't want that. Here it is. Here it is, here it is. That's what I was looking for, this Gamblin' Radiant Violet. Like that purple is kind of a little bit pink. I don't need to belabor the color either. It's just going to keep it spontaneous if I don't stress over it. But I do need to take that and go a little gray. I'm going to add a little bit of this gray in there. Totally gray. But that's good. Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say there? She said, I went and searched for a marble slab to use as a palette, and I went to a granite shop and they had some scraps. Then I went to purchase it. They gave it to me for free. Oh my gosh, that is great. Yes, I didn't get this one for free, but it wasn't terribly expensive. I think it might have been like $30 or something, but that's so generous that they gave it to you for free, because they're probably not going to do anything with it anyway. Yeah, that's what this was, a scrap. It was like a sample that they had in the showroom that was discontinued. How did the painting demo go at the gallery? Oh, Allie, it went well. The flower that broke the pot, Madeline, was there. I got to meet her. That was really fun. Yeah. Or were you there? You were there in the evening, right? It was really good. I enjoyed doing it. You know, I love painting. Anytime I get to paint, I'm happy. So that's a nice mix of purples. I think I'm going to take this and just add a little bit of like this yellow into it. Because some of that purple, and I want to push color. Oh my goodness, I love that color. I used to dislike orange so much, and now this year I actually have tops like that. Okay. Greens, yellows. Let's keep that light. And So this time when I posted this on my YouTube channel, I tried to film in the middle and then I tried to crop it. I never in all this time realized that when I post on YouTube that all of my, I'm going to get a little bit of this out. All of my, what am I thinking? My videos are vertical and not horizontal. Is that crazy? I never even thought about it. My husband behind the camera, yes. Yes, he did help me out. That was good. Oh, I like that color too. I might do some of this with colors just because I like them too. Why not? That's pushing out of the comfort zone too, is not really trying to paint the same colors, just the right values. Okay, those are good. And then I think I need like whites and grays. I'm just going to be lazy and take some of this gray. And then lighten it quite a bit. That's another exercise I think it would be fun to do, an inspiring artist to mix up a palette of colors that are totally not what's necessarily at all what's in the reference and paint it with the colors they mix. I think that sounds like so much fun. Always need to push that like creative window a little bit. And just because I feel like it, I'm going to do a little bit of this. Whoops. Just because I think I need that color today. That's really pretty. And some whites. So I'm going to clean my palette knife off. Do that right here. Maybe I'll let bits of it go chunky too today. We'll see. I need more white. Oh, I think I have my liquid is right here, and I feel like where I just put that, there might have been some bleed out of the liquid, and my white felt like a little too thin. Laurel said yes, painting different colors, and then the reference. So yes. Yes, I think we should definitely do that. Paint with the wrong colors. Not the wrong colors, different colors. Let's do this. All right, I have to add that to my list because I'll totally forget that in like 5 minutes that we want to do that. Okay. Oh, I don't have any greens. Sheesh, can't do that. How am I going to do that right here? Right, let me pull this up. All right, I think I'm just going to use those colors and see how it goes. Fun to do a value study, then add funky colors. Oh, yes, that would be fun. Boy, we know how to have a good time, right? All right, there. It does just kind of go where it wants to. I want to keep it in the middle. Let me move that over a little bit so it's not in the reference for you. Shoot it up. Maybe that'll be better. I need space where this is all set up, don't I? I don't know how to get there from here. If I could find someone who could come into my space and set me up so that all this would work, all the technology and the lighting, that would be magical. Okay. I'm cleaning off my palette knife. Now I'm going to go put in like my chunky darks. Nope, first I'm going to have a little sip. Hi, Susie. How are you? I know it's super fun just the way it is. So I want to keep that spontaneous feel. That's my goal. Here goes. We'll see what happens. I don't want to overwork. Work it. I want to keep it chunky. With all just love just as you are. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for that vote of confidence. You know I needed that. Thank you. All right. Yes, have that. I need that coffee. Yes. I would like some of the gray to show through also. And the pops of color that are in there. Oops, is it paused? It looks like it paused. No, I don't know if you guys can see. On my end, it looks like it paused. Oh, now it's going again. Hopefully that didn't happen for you, but definitely paused on my end. Well, thanks for your vote of confidence, because that makes me feel better. Yeah, that was weird that happened. Setting everything up and teaching us. Good. I'm glad. Yes, I'm hoping I'm inspiring people to enjoy this as much as I do. Man, is it fun. I don't want to overthink this. Thanks, Allie. Good morning, Sarah. Oops, I have a little chunk there. Sometimes I get a little chunk of pigment stick that I have to clean off. It's a lot of little fun, chunky things happening up there. I don't want to get lost in them, but I do want to add them in. I watch and read different things from artists. You're gifted, real, and so open with all you do, not to mention giving of your time. A real blessing. Yes. Well, and the art community is just so wonderful. That's part of it too. Like, I've never thought of myself as a teacher, and started doing this, and I love teaching. It's just a whole nother thing to learn, which makes it fun too. But it is because I feel like the art community is so lovely. Make a really pale green. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to do my darker colors. Sometimes I don't listen to my own best advice and get carried away. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, I want to do those pops of color. So I need to think about that. Sometimes I add like bits of color from one area into another area of the painting just to kind of keep it cohesive. I guess that's my reason. I really think it's just because it's fun to do that. That's why I do most things. Yeah, that looks good. I love those pops. And that's what I want. I want to do those, like, just kind of expressive things like that. So I don't want to get detailed. I'm talking to myself because I will lose that focus. And the next thing I know, I'll be like, I lost the spontaneity. Carol Ann said the house we rented, both owners are artists. Really? One oils and one metal. They actually purchased some of my note cards when they learned of my art. So cool to see works in the house. That is so cool. Creative space, for sure. That's neat, Carol Ann. Did you know it? Did you know it because there was art hanging everywhere? I want a house like that. I mean, my house has art hanging everywhere, but it's usually my art. Like right now, as I'm getting ready to go to Rittenhouse this weekend, there's nothing on the walls, and it just looks so weird. Nothing. So yeah, did I mention that I'll be at Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia this weekend, all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you're in the area, come say hello. It is it's a beautiful show. It's one of my faves. Well, probably is my favorite show to do. But I'm in a different spot. So usually I'm at spot, I think, 43. And this time I'm at 91. So I have to learn some new things. But the good thing is I'll make new friends too, new art friends. When you work on a large painting, do you work on smaller sections to keep it wet and wet? If not, re-wet. Yeah, I don't. I kind of dance around my painting just like I do here on a large painting. That's something I definitely want to focus on more this coming year is painting large. But I paint wet into wet. Yeah, same way. I just, with oil paint, it really does stay wet for a long time. And then I have to re-wet sections if I work on it again on a different day. She didn't know they were artists till they got there and saw the original art in their house. That's neat. The house we used to stay in Rehoboth years ago when my kids were little, it was such a beautiful house. And there was art everywhere. And I didn't realize it. It was like, they were like original, super expensive paintings. Like, I can't even think of the artist. Like the one artist that did real funky illustrations of all little people doing sporting activities. Like, I totally can't remember names like that. But when they ended up selling the beach house, I think like the one rug where we came in the front door, like it sold for thousands of dollars. And I walked on that rug in sandy, wet feet. Like, I had no idea what's this fancy, expensive rug. But I love being surrounded by art like that. And it's amazing for people to have art like that, not even care about it. It's just crazy. Like to have that in a house that people rent and they're paintings that are worth, thousands and thousands of dollars. But I wish I had known the history of all that before because I would have appreciated it more. I kind of like how loose that is. This line, looking at it in the phone, looks too harsh. So I'm just going to pull across on that. I don't know if that softened it at all. I think I'm overworking that. I'm smearing stuff. I don't want to do that. All right, let me work on this little leaf. What time is it? 8:35. Oh, we're in good shape. Yeah, but can you imagine having a rental beach house that you rent out to strangers and like people like, oh yeah, that old rug that's worth $10,000. Don't worry about getting it dirty. I think I need light when you're, what do you use? A glaze. Yes, I have been playing around with glazing a lot. I didn't make a light pink. Shoot. I love glazing. That is something I want to do more. And landscapes. And I'm actually taking a portrait painting class right now. Not that I really want to paint portraits, but I love learning it. I love learning all of the things. You probably saw in my stories I got yarn when I was in Alexandria this past weekend. And I'm almost finished with the scarf that I'm making with the yarn I bought. I've been wanting to do that for a while too, and it just is so fun to knit. I usually don't take time to do things like that because life's just too busy, but whoops. Like I love that. I think I need to mix a little bit more of a lighter yellow for in here. And I have my light purples to do in here. I do like the colors showing through a little bit. Oh, yellow. Yes, that's what I was doing. Oh, but are you allowed to take knitting needles on planes? I have no idea. I don't know. We're only taking a carry-on, so I probably won't have room to take it. Although, how wonderful would that be just to sit and knit? I would love that. But I doubt that I'm going to be able to do that. I thought for a while you couldn't take scissors or knitting needles on a plane. It's crazy thoughts. I think I'm going to have to lay that on a little more thickly because it's not showing up enough. I feel like it's not popping. Let me do a little darker. I don't know. What do you think of that bottom? I think I need to go in here and do some of my purples. And this yellow in here. I think you can take needles on the plane. Scissors have to be like, the blades can't be longer than 2 inches or something. Oh, okay. Reset was zested or color and zested. I would say I usually would put a color in, and I don't think that I use zested when I re-wet in. I use, I've been using linseed oil as my medium when I go in to re-wet something, but I just got this to play around with too. I'm always playing with products, this walnut alkyd medium, but I don't have a little lid to put it in, so I've got to get that first. And then I was going to play around with this one behind me here to see what happens if I start with this gray background and then use that as my medium. Just kind of change things up a bit. Yeah, I like how all of this is looking. Now I have to work in this area a little bit. I love the pops of pink. I love how the color, the brightness of the color against the grays. I think this might still look a little wonky in here. That's a little better. Oh, do you use the walnut oil? Yes, I want to try that. I think I had walnut oil, and that's walnut alkyd. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so I have some greens in there. Anita said I wanted to try it. I'm glad you like it. I like their oil paints with the walnut oil. Oh, right. So is it the what is it, Michael? Or M. Graham? Is that what they start with walnut oil? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, we still have to plan a trip to alkyd dry. Yes, it dries faster. That's been my need so much this year, is for things to dry more quickly. I have a chunk of stuff up here. All right, clean that off. What time is it? 41. All right, now I can go around and do more of my lights. Walnut oil in their paints instead of linseed. Their colors are creamy. Oh, are they creamy? Oh, I love creamy. I think I might have some. I'm sure I do. I'm trying to be very... Will this painting be dry enough to take to the show? No, I don't think so, Ellen. Well, sometimes it depends too on the colors. So I have a painting that's drying that I was hoping it was like from last week, but because it had some of the colors, like if it has red, or actually sometimes this, this color that I love, this seems to dry more slowly. Some of the creamier, dreamier colors take longer to dry. So I feel like I can't risk it because I love it. So no, this one won't be dry enough. Oh, I didn't use this fun color that I mixed. Oops. Let me have a sip of my coffee. I don't know, I got to work on this flower a little bit more. I bake my oil paintings in my car. It works in this Texas heat. Yeah, that's a good idea. I guess I could try that. We haven't been quite as hot here just the last few days, which has been really nice. Although it's hard for Philly, like I don't know what to wear for the art show. Like I don't know, I don't have like the right outfits for not too hot, not too cold. I have the warm clothing and I have summer clothing. That rose, it's so pretty, isn't it? All right, I gotta get serious about this. Sometimes I dance around the thing that I'm challenged, like I think's the hardest part, and I need to just do it instead of avoiding it. But I know that about myself. How long do you anticipate it taking this one to dry? This will probably dry soon. I would say by next week it'll be dry. Because I use liquid in that base layer, it does make a huge difference. In Florida, yes. Ellen, when do you go into Florida? How's your house coming along? More of this lightest lights. Yeah, the colors are fun, and they're not necessarily exactly what's really in the reference, and I love that. I love these splashes of the brights from my pigment stick layer. I could go a little darker right there. I love that in there, that bright color. Liquid with your base transparent. Yes, Judy, that's what I did. I used this liquid. This. Love this little tiny bottle, which helps it dry more quickly. Getting closer and closer. You'll be there in no time, right? And it won't be as hot there. You'll get to go there when it's not crazy hot, right? I think that's always a good thing to adjust. So far I have wrapped about the frames. What? You have to wrap 70 paintings. Holy cow. Well, that's fun. All your art collection. That's so fun. It needs to be. Is it getting lighter down there? Yes, that's right. I do like how they sing against the neutrals. Maybe that's what I learned in this, doing this today. It's getting there, right? I don't want to push it too far because then I won't. But I do love the looseness of it. It's loose like I want. Thank you, Ellen. You're cute. Ellen said she wrapped my paint. She's moving to Florida, and she wrapped my paintings first because they're a priority. You were one of my first collectors, I think, Ellen. Oh, I didn't use this fun color here. I need this in here. Oh my gosh, I love that color. Yes, that helped. That's what I needed, that little, whatever that color is. It's kind of a neutral grayish, bluish, one of those colors that you can't quite name. Love them. I think I might be finished. I think I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. Definitely. It is a little bit different in style for me, which is what I wanted to do. And just doing bits like that, like sometimes taking risks and pushing yourself. That's when you learn the most. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, I don't want to do any more because I'll mess it up. And I got new little signing tools because my other one got fat, like it was worn out, so it wasn't doing a good job. Like that simplicity of that. Okay. So let me pull that out. So there's the reference. That's the chunky bits of the painting. And my palette. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. It was fun as always. I will be back again next week, but not the following week. And I will save this. I'll put this up on my YouTube channel with a link on my website. Oh, I got the signing tool from Jerry's Artorama. It's called Creative Mark Wipeout Tool. And yes, anyone in my Inspiring Art group, I'll be live again at 11, showing you how I set up for an art show. And what else? Anything else? I'll be at Rittenhouse this weekend. So if you're around, please come say hello. I'd love to see you. So thanks, Judy. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. See you soon.